In this video, we're going to be 3D printing some crazy Ninjago pieces. Make sure to stick to the end for our Dragon's Rising statue.
So the very first thing I wanted to do was create an armor piece without the mask on it, make it more accurate to the show without having to cut my own Lego pieces. Now I finished making my own armor, I'm going to go print it. It didn't go very well. So here's your average Lloyd minifigure. Here's your average Lloyd minifigure with hair. And here's the minifigure with 3D printed armor piece. It definitely doesn't look that great. And with the minifigure head, it looks very, very tall. Here's a comparison if you need to see it. Now there was no way I was going to do with this, so I went ahead and reprinted it at a larger scale, of course.
1 day later.
We just got it. Let's go try it out. It doesn't look that bad. I mean, you don't have to shove the armor down its throat. It looks pretty cool, and it's actually the right height. So everything's great. Which makes me wonder, would you buy this? It's not perfect, but it covers all the bases. Leave a like and a comment down below if you think I should sell these. Anyway, you guys had a ton of things for me to build, but the one thing everyone seemed to agree on was the mega weapon from season 2. So yeah, I started it. The only problem I actually ran into while doing this was the texture because I didn't know how to make those bumps on it. I'm not that great at modeling and it would probably be too much for the 3D printer to process anyway. So now I have to go 3D print it. And I did. Here's how my 3D print looks. Not that great, I know. And just like my last print, it's way too tall for its own good. It's literally 2 skies tall. See, Aaron here can hold a Skythook quite easily, but the mega weapon is still a little harder to hold. He doesn't have the proper grip to grip that mega weapon and keep it up, other than some points of the weapon itself. See, the grip doesn't stay on all the time. I seriously do not know why I have Aaron holding this. Let's switch him out with someone with 4 arms. The Crystal King is a great candidate, and so we have him here. It looks pretty crazy to me. I mean, it sort of fits. The mega weapon is very tall, again, 2 skies. But yeah, it holds up very well, and it looks pretty cool too. The handling could be a bit better, but otherwise it's pretty good. Let's move on to a katana. Yes, I'm going to 3D print a katana. I think it would be fun to 3D print and customize a katana, so this is what we're going to do. So I wanted this sword to be a little bit more special. I have a star with 16 vertices instead of 8. I also do have a longer handle for the minifigure to hold, as well as a little thing at the top. They actually used it back then to lock a weapon in its place. But yeah, let's go print it. One printing later, we got this. So here's the normal really good looking sword that LEGO usually makes. And here's the mess I 3D printed. I think the katana is way too small for the 3D printer to realize it shouldn't be printing in spirals. And the worst part being is that it doesn't even fit in minifigure hands. I actually ended up getting 2 of these, one ending up bad and the other ending up worse. And so after the 3D print, you can see that the star is pretty much gone, along with the lock, and the handle was way too small. Now I didn't want to end off on a bad note, so we do have something else to look at. Before we continue, if you do want to see a part 2, make sure to hit that like button and comment below what you want to see. So I've decided to make a Dragon's Rising statue.
Here are the assets I'm going to be using for every single one of the ninja.
And as you can see here, I imported them into Blender and gave them their masks, as well as added Ryu. With the help of a friend, I made poses for the main 6 ninja, and then placed it in this sort of statue form. I then gave poses to Sora, Aaron, and Wildfire along with Ryu and added a base for them to stand on. Looking at this view, you could tell the back was very empty, so I decided to add a mountain in the background. So here's a good 360 of how my model looks like. Then the 3D printer took one good look at it and said, so now I gotta make a smaller one. So I just stole the same figures and made this thingy. The 6 balls up here represent the 6 dragon energy cores. I have all 10 characters surrounding the rock, and the rock I made myself. So now that I'm done, here's the final 360. Let's go print it. I printed it, and it didn't go very well. So this is how it looks right now. The reason it's like this is because all the breakaways are still on, and I have to get all the supports off. You can literally go ahead and take this little thing on Sora's face off. That statue looks pretty cool in gold, but I do want to take off those breakaways because it looks kind of bad. We have Ryu, Wildfire, Nia, Jay, Kai, Cole, Lloyd, Zane, Sora, and lastly Aaron. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I can't really get a lot of this stuff off. I've gotten it quite a bit, I think, but it would probably break off a few limbs if I tried to get the rest of the things, and I just didn't want it to look weird. So you can sort of like act as if this was like encrusted in gold or something, and that's pretty much what I'm going for here. I think it's still really cool to see Jay, Kai, and all the other ninja just like seeing their heads at the top, and it's just so fun to see. Aaron actually has these like really small horns up there. You can probably see it. Wildfire's got like her perfect sort of moon hairpiece, and it works out very well. You can see everyone's hairpiece is just made out, and that's just so cool to me. We do also have Ryu here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that is really it. I think this failed. And the first one was probably my best 3D print. But yeah, if you guys really enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you liked. Maybe some feedback on what I could do better. But other than that, what would you like me to 3D print next? Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.